Westgate, of course, still fresh in our minds, but Kenya was not new to terrorism. I wanted to take a look at the chronology of events of terror in the country. And it started way back in 1980, and this is when the Norfolk Hotel was bombed. In that attack, 20 were killed, 80 were injured. What happened? An Arab group claiming responsibility. It was in retaliation for Kenya allowing the Israeli troops to refuel in the capital. This was during the Entebbe crisis. So starting way back in 1980. And we fast forward to a number of years later, in 1998, that at the time was considered the biggest terrorist attack on Kenyan soil. The U.S. embassies in Nairobi and Dar es Salaam, Tanzania were bombed. We know those figures and those statistics. Over 200 people were killed, 4,000 were wounded, and their lives were changed forever. As you can see there's that plaque that exists right outside of the Memorial Park with the names of each of those victims etched there for us to remember. At this time, Osama bin Laden, of course, taking responsibility. And this is when he really came to the world's attention for the first time in this attack. Let's go now to 2002. And at this point, we know of the missile attack that took place on the Israeli plane. It missed, but at the same time that was happening, the Paradise Hotel was bombed. 10 Kenyans lost their lives. And as you can see, the numbers continue to rise and the frequency also continued to increase. Now, from 2002, what marked an increase in the number of terrorist attacks in Kenya was, of course, Operation Linda Inchi, which was our incursion into Somalia to keep our borders secure and keep terrorists from coming in. And that is why we want to now chronicle the time from 2011 right up to date. And this is what happened, of course, once the Kenyan troops went in. We saw a number of attacks that took place. Responsibility was claimed by Al-Shabaab, of course, due to our presence in Somalia. There were very many small-scale grenade attacks. None of the big ones that we saw in 98 and, of course, in 1980 and 2002 before that. And they went just about everywhere. The list is too many to enumerate, but they attacked churches, bars, bus stops, military sites, shopping centers around Nairobi, and the death toll, of course, continued to rise. The first one that we all remember was on October 24th, 2011 at Mwaura's bar, when a suspect, of course, hurled a grenade at the bar. It was at around 1:15 in the morning. Now, from all of that, then, comes to what we are talking about today, which is the September 21st, 2013 attack. It was a 4-day siege on the Westgate Mall. The country held its collective breath. 67 dead, hundreds injured. The numbers continue to still be disputed. But, of course, that is where we are at now. 7 days from today, the country will be commemorating that one. We'll be taking a look at how this has affected our security operations. So, as you can see, Kenya, not new to terror. And of course, even after this, there were some more attacks that took place early this year, and it continues. And the fight against terror, of course, continues right after this. And